waking up. Go ahead and congregate inside of the hallway. Everybody just kind of hearing footsteps and like, ooh, it's time.
Ooh, it's time.
Good morning, my compatriots.
I'll just be doing cat-like stretches, arching my back.
You already dead again, I suppose, this morning.
Comatose state.
Ah. Well, what is our plan of action today?
That's a good question.
Depends on what we were doing last time, because I don't remember.
Do I notice him?
Roll a perception check.
Alright, but if it would load, there we go.
Do I notice him?
I mean, I thought the exact same thing when I saw him creeping.
Yeah, creeping up the staircase. I was like,
Oh wow, nice.
I see through him.
Novus, go ahead and roll one as well.
I didn't know this shit.
Alrighty. Bartholomew, I just imagine him like C-3PO, and he's like, What is everyone? Why is everyone alerted? Why is everyone alerted? You know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Crow, Chryson, and Novice all pick up on the footsteps coming up, and then they just kind of notice that they come to a stop and intrigued almost. As you guys start to notice him, the chatter immediately goes away because you guys are suspect of, you know, what's lurking around the corner. You're not too sure just yet, but as the voices die down, the innkeep kind of like waltzes out, you know, trying to act like nothing strange was going on, and he's gonna roll a deception check, using a 1d20. Not a great deception. And so he's just like, the laundry, yeah, I left it up here. Good morning to everybody. And then he just kind of scurries into his room.
Good morning.
Keepers laundry on Sundays.
That's as fuck. All right, talk amongst yourself for like 2 minutes. I need to run upstairs real quick.
Like we got ourselves a rant.
Oh, him? Oh.
Let's jump him.
I don't think that would accomplish anything.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, no doubt, but I don't think it would accomplish anything. He is still housing us, after all.
It seems like a nice fellow to me.
No.
Oh. Well, if this is what you believe, I too am now suspicious.
I don't know why I just imagine like the Metal Gear Solid exclamation point noise.
One.
Basically, warrior now, so.
Oh yeah, now there's some stuff coming back to me.
Yes, and
Okay.
set fire to a forest almost yesterday as well, and you know.
That was unrelated, but
No,
Kind of
but
was.
Crazy storm.
allegedly. Yeah, that was just.
allegedly.
Yeah. Electrical fire? I guess.
Too many goddamn wizards in this goddamn plane. So
Yeah, said he was going to go speak. Because we had told him about the rebels who planned up to, how I amply put it, blow up the fucking city. So, he was going to go talk to his leader about that. And I think we've deduced that, whatever rebels Robin is a part of and whatever ones wanted up to blow up the city are not, working together. So, I hope.
You south of us, same point.
And I'm starting to think they successfully assassinated Kiori because she hasn't come out of her room for 2 days.
We might want to check.
Yeah.
you can just go for it.
Hello.
Check for a smell.
I'm gonna knock on the door. Hello. Are you in there?
Kiori pops her head out and just gives you a look of death.
Well, you're not actually dead. So
Who the fuck are you?
I've met.
Never mind.
We've met before.
That's right. That's my bad.
He's in a elf-like coma.
All right. She just gives you a stare of death, and from that, you know that she is she's alive and well. The wellness check has succeeded, but she clearly does not want to be touched. And then after she's done staring at you, she slowly closes the door and goes back to bed.
Okay, buddy, having a nice sleep.
Doing some weird wizard ritual, man.
Yeah, she's alive, but she looked ill, but that's okay. She's alive. She'll come out when she wants.
Oh, that guy again.
You guys want any breakfast? Just let me know. I'll be downstairs. And as you can hear it distantly, his voice, I guess, distancing off.
Yes, I was.
Sausage and eggs.
Yes, Mr. DM, by a narrow vote, he did not get jumped.
Is this his room?
Yes.
Should we search his quarters?
I kind
I'm
of
already
Yeah.
on it.
If he is suspect of any reason, maybe we should investigate.
Yes, why have
The
we-
fairy is shitting on my
Oh.
shoulders right now. There we go. Now.
yeah, I'm
Right over.
going to go to the staircase. And
Do you
Just
want
in case.
puppies?
Bro, what's your cat's name? He's been here for like a whole day.
You haven't even introduced him.
yeah, you guys just notice this panther just following me around. It's just like, oh, okay, it's fine.
I didn't even question it.
So what's his
You
name?
He does not have a name.
Okay.
I'm gonna
that's
give him
fair.
a head pat then.
No, it's not entirely like a. It doesn't look like your just like average animal. You can tell that it's kind of held together more or less by magic. So it'd be like blue kind of swirl on the inside that's kind of piecing it together.
Would you
Yeah,
say
I
that
told
he's
together like there's
built
just, like,
different?
animal parts, like Pet Cemetery style.
Not Pet
think it's more-
Cemetery.
Ethereal.
Some things are better left dead.
Can I like touch him? I'm not gonna like go through him or anything, right? He's not like.
No,
ethereal.
it's not. You're not gonna go through them. It's
Okay.
definitely
I'm
physical.
Yeah, I'm gonna head pat him. Oh, hello, little creature. I guess not little, but hello, creature, and just head pat him.
Oh yeah.
Open the door, or
Yeah, he thinks you're nice. He has a separate character sheet, so
Nice.
Can I open this?
You can try to.
Tries to open it.
It's locked.
I'm gonna.
Time to start lock picking. He thinks so.
Do I need a lockpick again?
I'll give you 2 tries before he hears something.
Okay. What's we got to roll for that? I don't remember.
16.
Oh, I meant like what? Thingy.
Slide the hand, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be slightly, man.
Alright, 1 second.
Yeah, it's Emo
No,
Craft.
no,
Imocraft
ignore
eyes
that.
the doorknob.
Shut
mean,
up, you doorknob. It's working.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. Alrighty, make yourself at home.
Okay.
I will go distract him, just in case. I'm gonna go down there.
Go and do a performance check for me.
Sure. If it would... There we go.
Okay, yeah, he's satiated.
I guess we'll start with his chest that's bigger than the bed.
Going to do an investigation check.
Check on.
Maybe.
You open it up and you just kind of see some clothes and other non-fun things. I'm going to do an investigation check for me, Novus.
Nice.
All I see is the clothes.
Underneath the bed,
Uh-oh.
yeah, right. Um. Underneath the bed, you find a note, like a single piece of paper, just kind of like folded up neatly. It doesn't look like it just fell down there. Did you want to grab it and read it?
Sure.
As you grab the note, you unfold it and start to read it. It's addressed from the king, and it's talking about the annual ball that goes on each year, that's going to be hosted inside of the city. The note essentially is lending out an invitation to the bar or the innkeep, sorry, to join in on the festivities. On it are listed dates, times, how you're supposed to dress, and your seating and arrangements as well. And it does have a list of others who are going to be joining the ball slash dance slash festivities as well as their seating arrangements. Tim?
Is there anything left to check in here?
I mean, yeah, you can try searching whatever you want. I'll just make shit up.
So check under the rug.
Okay, do an investigation check.
I found a rug.
That is a rug indeed. It clearly needs to be cleaned. As you pick it up and then drop it back down, just a bunch of dust flies out from underneath. underneath the pillow, you find another letter. As you open it, it's the innkeep addressing it to what you can only assume is a romantic lover. In there, he's talking about how excited he is for the dance and how he would love for her to join him. Her name is Sarah. Sarah Richblaze. It's from him addressed to her, essentially asking her to go to the dance with him. Okay. Rich Blaze.
Cool last name.
Very cool last name. It sounds royal.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Alrighty, what would y'all like to do next after you left the bedroom and locked it back up? So there's a couple different paths that you guys could go. I do have something planned. Unless you guys would like to follow any leads that you had last time. You all talked to Robin. And I'd say it's been a fair amount of time, enough for him to possibly be back in the city. I believe y'all had some arrangements set up with Robin the last time you guys talked. But you could also go on to another search. I know that you are now a lawyer for the barkeep. So
Yep.
if prepping for the case or something like that is something that you're interested in. And then I also believe Bartholomew wanted to check out the mortuary.
Oh.
Whenever it's convenient.
Also, the
You could also question some of the other characters that you've met throughout your travels. Keep in mind that the barkeep was a pretty well-known figure inside of the city. You know what his ties are to the city, and now just kind of figuring out who else is tied to him, or if they're tied to the city, or if they're tied to the rebels. Those are all viable, I guess, options.
Have y'all come down to the lobby?
No, dude, you're still down there fucking juggling.
yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, if they come down the stairs, I'm just like, and that, my friend, is the entire history of kobold mating rituals.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, I have no friends.
Come. I'm gonna transition y'all. Let me put him in here.
I'm already.
Oh,
Oh.
he was blocked.
Doubly ugly.
It's two of them!
You like wipe your emerald eyes. You're like, was I seeing things?
Friends, thank you. I know you enjoyed that conversation as much as I did, but I must be going. Let's start over here. I'm just gonna go sit at the table real quick. What did you learn? Did you learn anything?
Roll a perception check for me, Novus. As you say that, you can see the bar or the innkeep at the bar just like wiping it down and like staring at you guys, and then whenever you said that to Bartholomew, y'all make eye contact and he just shoots back down towards the bar.
Ah. Yes. Well, that's a better idea than discussing it here, yeah.
And a rug.
What, are you guys hungry? Have y'all eaten?
Should we eat here, though?
No.
Other place to eat.
I think we explore the town, maybe, for a place to eat.
No. Yeah.
But I'm...
I don't know.
Or slash restaurant.
Come.
A dead and breakfast, you'd almost say.
Town square or yeah. Sorry. A dead and breakfast. That's actually really good.
I love
I
that.
might steal that.
No. Am I already on here somewhere? No, I'm not.
No.
As you all make your way out of the door, Pierre goes, "Ah, friends! Hello!
Oh dear God.
Sleep.
I do. I just know when to get up."
Oh. Good morning.
Not a whole lot. Just, perusing the town and, a nice stroll, and I figured, why not stop by and say hello to my friends? Anyway, y'all have a good day. And he just kind of struts off and goes to bother this pirate.
Have the townspeople always had their swords out running around?
Yeah,
Okay.
as long as they're not attacking anybody, the guards don't mind. It's the medieval ages.
I shall also get my sword out and walk around.
Well, should we go find a more private place to talk?
I do believe so.
Well, we've got Ted's Body Shop inside of the city if you wanted to check them out.
Yes, it is.
No way. Really?
That's a weird name for a restaurant there, bud. I'll tell you.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, if you're a cannibal.
Oh, don't worry. They don't cut up the people and serve them. They're a vegan restaurant.
What?
Keel is absolutely astonished right there.
their tofu chops are to die for.
Wait.
Yes, I do enjoy food. Yes, I eat food. I like it.
He goes, me too.
Yeah. Shall we go?
As you guys are, it's in the city.
Okay.
As you guys start to walk off, the guard hands Bartholomew a coupon for a free fruit drink, smoothie, and a free cremation.
What a deal.
Thank you. Thank
Don't
you.
mention it.
Have a good day. I'm just gonna walk off.
Don't use it all at once.
Yeah. Sounds weird. Head to bed and breakfast. Tom's Body
Ted's
Shop.
Body Shop. I'm gonna grab another beer. I'll be right back.
Pushes this person into fountain.
Are you attempting to pickpocket from that person?
Oh no, he's more of a menace than that.
Don't worry about it.
You're like doing a magic trick for her?
Kind of.
Watch as she magically disappears.
Watch as she gets wet.
I mean, you can roleplay it out if you want to.
Nah, it's okay. I can only tell it's gonna go poorly. I thought you were still getting it right.
Christ, and thinking about crimes.
Let your senses intensify.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I don't really have a map for the mortuary, so what's to do theater of the mind? You guys are strolling through the city, and you see a obscure logo. Sticks out because you're not sure why it looks like there's a human body in a coffin with wheels on it. And then it says Ted's Body Shop. You'll start to walk up and feel like that's the place. As you guys step inside, the atmosphere kind of not great. It's what you'd expect with the name, knowing that it's a mortuary and a food shop. Atmosphere's kind of a downer, but you're greeted by the server. We'll have him be Ted. And so he walks up to you guys like, "Welcome to Ted's Body Shop. Are you guys here for a creamery or a what's that thing called? A cremation, or are you guys here to eat?"
I'm looking to just crawl right in and get cremated.
All right, go and come on with me, sir. And then he
That
just kind of
easy?
leads Chryson back to the crematorium.
Do you?
Have fun.
And so now Ted and Chryson are inside of this this back room. It's a large furnace, and then there's a large enough hole for a body to lay on top of this slide and then kind of be slid in. He goes, "All right, just go and hop up whenever you're ready."
Alright, perfect. Lays down.
What?
All right, and he goes to close the he goes to close the door.
I'm gonna step them
Are
up.
we watching this?
Y'all just watched him get escorted off. Nobody followed him into it.
I'm gonna go follow where they went.
Yeah, you do that. You can do it for the dead bodies anyway.
Wait, so we have a free coupon for the cremation right here. I'm gonna go hand it to him.
That's a good
Listen, free, right? Is this worth anything? Yes. Is it real?
I am literally dying. That's fucking great.
I don't think I would react because I don't think he'd actually put himself into.
He did.
There's two.
Yeah.
Listen, are we paying for the cremation? I have the coupon. It's right here. Are we? Do we get the smoothie with it, or do we have to do that separately? How does this work?
Ted grabs the coupon. He looks at it, like kind of like snaps it back and forth, like, yeah, this one's real. Oh, this one's on the house, brother. You're really missing out on that fruit smoothie, though.
One of my friends can enjoy it. Have fun in there, Bryson, and I just bang on the fucking door. Have fun. Is there a chair? Can I sit down and watch?
Yes.
Me,
Alright, I'm gonna go sit down.
me and Crow are just sitting there astonished that this just happened.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way he's gonna put himself into the cremation machine. There's no way.
Oh, he's in there.
It's only Ted just allowed that to happen.
Yeah, probably when I hear like the metal of if the door closes, then I'll probably end up entering at that point to see that he is literally inside the machine.
So the
This-
door is closed. The door was closed after like Bartholomew had come in with the coupon.
Mm-hmm.
We could have.
Then I'll probably be looking at him and be like,
I think we.
And inside of the room, you just see Bartholomew eating his imaginary popcorn, and Ted is literally like looking like it's literally just Ted and Bartholomew inside of the room, and you know Chryson went back there with him. So unless he's like doing a crazy stealth check, he's inside of the crematorium right now.
Enjoy the show. Come here.
Just reminds me of home.
Move back. Like, kind of stop Ted if we ignites anything.
What's that?
We'll stop Ted and kind of distract him. Not anything. Like Ted, people usually come here and get cremated. No, they are not dead.
Oh yeah,
Did you get
it's
S's
completely
age?
at Will City. I mean, some people they just want to come in here, you know, and they just want to get turned to ashes. You know, that's up to them. I'm just here to collect money, but in this case, coupon. Oh,
Yes.
did you even verify his age?
no need. He's not gonna be alive much longer.
So what is the youngest that you can walk in here and just decide to turn to ash?
How old does a baby have to be to walk?
Maybe?
I see the
Well, I guess
bars.
that's your answer. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get to it.
Yes. Go ahead. I'm excited to see this.
I mean,
Can we just get some food before we watch our frame get falsified?
Sure, let me go grab my sister real quick.
What a lovely family.
Hopefully she's smarter than him.
is this
All right,
thing
just-
locked closed or?
Like a lever or something.
Ted comes
Yes.
back in with his sister, and he goes, "All right, this is my sister. Just kind of tell her what you want, and then, yeah, just go ahead and order from bed."
What's your sister name again?
My name's Bed.
And
So, like, what can I get you guys to eat? Ted's got a cremation to do.
If you're taking order, he could go ahead and begin with the cremation. We can just order from you. What would you like, my friends? It's on me.
go ahead.
Well, we've got smoothies, vegan options. Our tofu chops are pretty good.
I've heard from a guard. He liked them very much.
Oh, was that Stuart?
You know what? I didn't ask him his name, but he
It's
looked like a
probably
Stuart to
Stuart.
me.
Stuart
Yes.
loves tofu chops.
I wish I could eat them, enjoy them, but alas, he just pinged on his body. You know, I can't.
It is exactly what Crow is doing currently in the room while looking at everyone just ordering food and then looking back at Bryson inside the machines talking about how it feels like home to catch on fire.
You can
If
start
I-
to smell the gases filling up inside of the crematorium chamber, Chryson.
Crazy one.
Nice and toasty in here.
Not yet.
Oh, what? Cremated already. That starts the day right there.
Bryson, are you done doing whatever you're doing? You understand he's literally about to turn you to ash, right? Like you will die. This is not something you just survive.
Says somebody who's never tried it.
Huh? I mean,
I
yeah,
say
Is
let
that
him
your
try
final
it.
decision?
I'm sure he'll get out.
position up. Cape artists.
And that's Houdini.
The fucking the sideshow from fucking Bartholomew through all of this.
Yeah, I'm cheering him on. Let's go. Yeah.
Is this your final decision,
Fine,
Bryson?
kicks open the lid and goes ta-da with my acrobatics check.
Oh, I guess you did want to go eat.
Ah,
Can't stop this tummy.
Yeah, I guess.
As Chryson gets out of the crematorium, Bed leads you all into the dining room and shows you your seats.
Magic prices smell like burning fumes.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, Chryson, you smell like burning fumes, and you've just inhaled quite a bit of gas. And Bed looks at you like, "Oh, I think you are." Talk about a blood moon. Oh.
But then
Alright, I clearly don't remember why we're here.
it was for to eat
Speak
and for
about what we found.
eat, speak about what we found out, and Kingsley to get bodies. There aren't any here.
Speaking of that, is Ted around?
Ted's in the crematorium, but Bed's near.
I'm gonna go by myself over there. Where is that?
Over to Ted.
Yeah.
Come. Oh, what's up, Robot Man?
Hello. Yes. I have an odd request.
Oh, hit me.
I do assume you have non-cremated bodies here, yes?
Of course.
Right. Well, maybe a payment, weekly, monthly, whatever we agree on. I may or may not need a body or two. Every
You know
week
that's
or
like super legal, right?
Really? I
Yeah,
only
to,
want
like,
criminals, though.
Buy a dead body.
Oh. Well, can it be just criminals for my moral standards? I'm sure you got plenty of criminals' bodies, yes?
Go ahead and do a perception check.
Perception. Oh, God. Oh shit. Okay.
You can see Ted get super serious, like really quickly. And like he starts throwing out like, are you trying, or are you with the city? Are you trying to set me up? Are you trying to, ruin my business? And he's like all up in your face, like super serious.
Why, of course not, my friend.
I'm just kidding with you. Yeah, how many bodies you need, dude?
Oh, just, you know what? We'll start with one,
Perfect.
and then I can come back if I need more. I don't
All right.
need it. However, I must preface, I do not need it right now. I would like to come back and make further arrangements later down the line, but I was wondering if this is something that maybe you would be looking forward to in the future.
I mean,
again-
business is business.
Of course.
What do you need the bodies for, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh. Didn't think I'd get this far.
I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Oh,
Have
okay.
fun.
Excellent. All right. Question though, you never answered.
Oh, yeah.
Criminals. I only want criminals' bodies.
You specifically need criminals.
Absolutely. No,
I don't know where
innocents.
we're gonna find all those criminals' bodies inside of a crime-filled city.
Do you have them or not?
Oh, yes, here's a baby.
do I have any criminals
Yeah. Do you get them
in a
frequently?
crime-ridden city?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to take this as a yes. I'm going to go join.
Yeah, I got criminals in the crime. Yeah, I got criminals.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I will come back when your services are needed. And
All
I'm
right,
going
see you
to
later,
go.
Tin Man.
Yeah, goodbye. What was? Oh, Ted. That was right. I'm stupid.
Ted.
I'm leaving.
It's
Bye.
all good. Don't forget it.
I'm Bartholomew, by the way, and I
This is
reach out
cool.
my long ass fucking arm and shake his hand.
And he fist bumps it.
Oh, did I fist bump
Oh,
it back?
turkey.
Oh, anyway, I'm leaving, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back to my friends.
As Bartholomew was walking away, Ted just kind of talking to himself like, "Oh, he's kind of cool, dude."
Whoa.
Well, Kingsley was that we ordered some food.
How much was it?
Don't know yet.
Oh, well, it's on me. Whenever it's needed.
Did you get your body?
Oh, I don't need a body. Not right now. Anyway. Oh.
Give me a minute. Collect myself after that scene.
Also, I just want you guys to picture Ted, like long flowing, like
Oh,
super
nah.
locks, like your stereotypical, like blonde, super ripped.
So you said as soon as he hit that voice, I was like, he has a mullet.
Yeah.
Like fucking Huncules or whatever that skin is for her. She just
Yes, that's Ted. And then I want
Hell
you to
yeah.
imagine bed,
As a
and I'm not going to
Minecraft
describe her.
man. Oh, okay.
That's all up to your imagination.
Okay.
My friends, I have a question. I know you have been returning to this inn. What's the name of the inn that we've been staying at, by the way?
The seashell inn.
Okay. I know we've been staying there, but do we have a more private resting place, perhaps somewhere kind of far away from civilization? Maybe not too far, but on the outskirts, like a dingy
Why
old
is
shed.
that?
Oh. I'm just. Okay, look. I need the bodies. Okay, hold on. Before I say this shit, is anyone around us? Are we like?
We're in
able
a
to-
in a restaurant.
definitely-
Pretty sure you
and-
already yelled out, I need the bodies.
Yeah, you definitely did yell it. I need the body. And then you kind of like hunkered down and you were like looking around,
Yes.
super paranoid.
Yes.
So like you are in a room with other people inside of it. It's not like super
Right,
packed, and
yeah.
it's not super noisy because the atmosphere is kind of meh.
Right.
This would be really weird.
For my anatomy courses, I need to know. And
Roll a
that's-
persuasion check.
Okay.
This is just getting more weird.
You know you don't have to scream all this now.
The,
Oh shit! I think
the guy that like turned around at the bar just kind of like looks at you and he's like, okay. And then just looks back at the bar and minds his own business.
Okay, Bartholomew's gonna hunker down. I'm also still 8 foot tall, probably sitting in a normal person chair. So he's
Yeah.
all like crunched up with his knees in his fucking chest. Like, listen. I hope you guys don't mind the more darker elements of the Arcana. And he kind of just. Also, Ruben, remember when you made my eyes glow
Yes.
in the sewer? Are they still doing that?
I mean, if you didn't turn them off, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know if I could turn them off. I didn't even
No.
know I could turn them off.
Now I'm curious. How does he turn them off?
You
Yeah,
just
I don't know how to do that. Do I just?
touch them or
Oh,
never mind.
okay.
This is just little magic. Like a
I'm hoping
flashlight.
for a
I
fucking
need the
switch.
bodies, pokes himself.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a switch if he wants to.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought that was something that just stayed on until you
You know, like
told it to
I have a
fuck
necklace with a little light on it. Touch it, turns on, turns off.
Ah, okay, okay.
Or a magical metal man, so you could do that party with your mind.
Yeah, okay.
All right, you have to tell us how you're going to activate your light, because this could play later.
I'm just literally gonna take my long ass finger and just go dink dink and just like double tap on one of them and it turns them both on. Are you okay with the darker sides of the Arcana?
Necromancy? Necromancy?
Yes, but I'm not an evil construction. I'm using the tools that I was given. My master taught me these things, and I'm going to use them. Well, it may be taboo, but that's what I know. And I only raise criminals and those who try to harm us. It's not like I'm taking a child and raising their body to fight for us.
As Bartholomew finishes that sentence, Bed walks up to the table. All right, I got 4 rolls of I got 4 jelly rolls. I got some tofu chops, and I got some smoothies on the house. Here you go. And then she's just kind of eyeing Bartholomew and then like, okay, you know, and then just kind of walks
Did she
away
heard
again.
that? Did she hear that? What I said?
Yeah, she heard it.
I mean, according to Ted, they don't really care.
I don't think they really care, no, but the regulars might. So, but as long as you guys are okay with it, I don't want anyone to be morally distraught by what I do.
I don't care personally, but I necromancy is
Oh, did you?
the whole thing.
Oh.
I don't know about Crow. Christen is.
Yes.
You see him.
Yes. Yes.
No, it's just like points down and then points up, and like doing like a whole like scale on Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally don't necessarily care. It just depends on the way that you use it.
I assure you, it is for good.
As long as the pants stay on the body, I'm fine with it.
I surely hope so as well. Well, now that that's settled, how much did this cost? Did we just get this all for free?
You got the drinks for free. Don't be stingy.
No, that's what I'm saying. How much did the other stuff cost?
It comes back real quick.
You don't have to pay right away. You can pay whenever you guys leave,
Okay.
unless you're in a rush.
No.
uh,
Wow.
Dude, that's
What did you find, my friend? I look over to Novus and everyone else.
and keep
Hmm.
and probably some people. I have that letter. I could pull out the letter.
Hmm.
Pull the letter for the invitation. Oh, I guess Eric. Shop owner. How does it ball?
Let's see.
Yeah. And I found a letter. Hello. To invite Era Rich Blaze.
Oh, let's see.
And when is this ball?
Undetermined date, but you guys do know the date inside the letter.
No. Era. Is a cool name. Probably haven't heard it before.
What are all the names that are on this letter? If
Let's say all the names that we know.
Yeah, so like I'm not gonna go out and like list the names, but there are some names that you guys recognize, such as the exterminator, the general, other city people that you guys have interacted with since you've come into the city. Alongside, there's some like unknown names for different like shopkeepers or just different citizens who are being invited to the party. Um, you could find out their names if you were curious about them, but it wouldn't be of much significance past that.
I'm gonna scan the list. Find it.
Here is invited.
it's
Wow.
weird, you can't be surprised.
Here's got some connections.
To a ball though? I can see a block party, but ball.
Just
But how
imagine
many
like
people-
you don't invite the seer, and then the seer's like, "Man, sure sucks I didn't get that invitation to the ball."
That's part of the first ball that they did.
And you said there wasn't a date on it?
There is a date. Like obviously I'm not gonna like make a date, but like you guys know what the date is for like whenever it does go on, if you all are wanting to go to it. But keep in mind you would have to have tickets to the ball to be able to get in. So like you'll have to have these notes to be able to get into the ball.
Right. Is it within the next few days? Something like that?
Maybe.
Okay.
It just depends on which storyline we end up going through.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I'm not like putting any dates, so they're not like time specific. It's just kind of as the story progresses, depends on what we do.
Gotcha.
So are the instructions inside this letter that say that this acts as your ticket to and bring it and all that kind of stuff? Would we know
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, it
Okay.
tells you like the dress code, what time it is, where it's at, date, yeah, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And also if like you're bringing a +1, each person is each letter is given a +1.
does it say roughly how many people are going to be there? Like, is this like a huge thing? Or
It is a very large dance / ball. Let's just say like 100 people. So there's definitely going to be quite a few people there.
Found that. Getting that.
I see. A ball sounds very fun. I must admit. Plus, maybe, I myself am quite the dapper gentleman. I might be able to, along with any of you, maybe we can snoop around and figure out Because I'm assuming this is. You said it was an invitation by the king himself?
Correct. Yep, the
Right.
letter is an invitation from the king.
Okay.
So
Maybe-
the invitations were sent out to those specific people.
Right.
This invitation.
Well. Right.
Yeah, the innkeep is a very recognized person. So
Okay.
the people checking them at the doors may recognize that you are not indeed Neville Longbottom, or whatever the fuck his name is. Neville Kin, sorry.
Well, if we were somehow to get in, we could perhaps do some snooping around and.
Got take a look at the kind of yes. Reputation of based on what we. You say like sometimes some just random townspeople, people like the innkeep
Yeah.
job. So
More known people are invited as well. But yes, there are people that, maybe the general store owner, it may be the fish salesman, it may be the jester um, that Bartholomew bested. Um, it could be, a wide variety of the citizens inside of this town. I'm gonna kind of leave that open, just because I don't want to kind of like railroad it to where it's hard to get them.
also
Yeah.
Yep.
technically, I was looking at the list, like, well, the Jess is on here. Lauren who beat him. Gotta lead a jester now. He doesn't know that, but
Yes, but he also doesn't have a letter
true.
to him. The jester has the letter.
I'm sure I could convince.
Did you move well? Unknown to get a letter?
Silver
Origin-
Tongue alone could let us get in. Look
You
at
won't
me.
be able to forge the letters. It has a very specific king stamp that only the king has the stamp to.
Ah.
So
Well,
you'd have to get them from the people who hold them.
Soon the king can hand it personally.
Correct.
Alrighty.
with due time, I'm sure we'll get in.
Play the game. Jester thing. Mm-hmm. Yep, Coliseum fight is.
Maybe.
Didn't we help secure and contain a whole batch of rebel explosives? Didn't we uncover? I'm sure that gives us some sort of
Yeah.
mainstay with someone.
That gives you good graces with the exterminator, and also following up on the person who tried to assassinate you.
That route to go. Put up the Terminator. Put in a good word.
We only need 2. Because then the other person can just take the other as a +1.
Yes.
Or you just air it again.
Yeah, I don't think we worry about Curie.
Turn. Animals.
In the dance floor. Oh my god, a snake!
You just, turn to a snake. King's League. You could be King's League accessory. Dress code.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's few letters in the back of our mind.
I don't know if I've showed you guys this, but the stuff I pulled from that house, I have the barkeep's diary. some more Kraken clan brooches or whatever, and this random music box I don't know what to do with.
Well, does it play music?
I have not tried it because it might blow up.
Oh, but you
This does seem like
find
the perfect place to try it, though.
it in the
Obviously, an
crematorium.
automated location.
Where y'all want to do the diary or the music box?
We'll do the diary. Just in case the music box blows up.
Sorry.
Barkeep.
Correct. So inside of the diary, it just goes on to talk about the struggles between the town of Seashell before this city was really being built, Southerberg. Um, the fight between the then leader of the Krakens and leader of Seashell was at great like odds with the king. Um, he goes on to kind of give more detail about the relationship that the Krakens and the Hammer did not like each other.
You say the hammer?
Correct.
Okay. Have we heard that before? What that is?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Right.
Yep. So far, you have the Rebels, the Krakens, and the Hammer. And along, like next to, inside of the diary, like where you guys are seeing the text being brought up about the Hammer, you see kind of similar to like how the Kraken's brooch was. You'd seen like an upside down hammer, just kind of like laying on the ground. Like think of like Thor's hammer, like on the ground type of emblem, but um, it's just like encircled, and that's alluding to their brooch. Um, and this is the diary of, I'm trying to remember his name. Give me 1 second. This is the diary of Varu the fisherman.
Okay.
Do you guys remember where you heard that name at? Yes. So now that you have connections between, you now know that there's three factions that you at least that you're aware of. You were inside of the temple slash dungeon slash factory that was creating the berserk potion. Why was the berserk potion being created inside of a secretive waterfall dungeon? Why that was an old Kraken dungeon. Why was why do the Krakens and the Hammer dislike each other? What's the relationship between the Krakens and the Rebels? And also, yeah, just kind of figuring out, who all the pieces are that are being played with right now.
Sorry.
Yeah, and it just kind of breaks down a little bit of the history, mainly between the Krakens and the Hammer. Not much, at least not much negative stuff is mentioned about the Rebels. Um, Definitely talks about different flare-ups that they'd seen with the rebels being pushed farther back into the city towards the Grand Tree, or pushed back away from the city towards the Grand Tree. And this was like postmarked for, let's just say like 5 years ago. So yeah, so that's just kind of like the past, and it's just kind of like chronologically. I think like it's literally a diary, kind of telling what was going on in the mind of Varu the fisherman at the time, talking about morale being low between the Krakens, and not sure if this was a fight that they could win. And then shortly after, the diary entries just kind of stop.
My friend,
Should I climb back in the crematorium and open the music box?
If you want to.
Oh my god. Yo, Bartholomew's down.
Let's do it. Don't let him turn it on.
Wait for food. Hashtag to do it. Strange. Sneak back in there.
You guys are gonna try to sneak past Ted, so he doesn't see you go into the crematorium.
Or we could just ask him. He's not gonna care.
He doesn't seem to care, so.
Alrighty.
We'll pay for our food.
Yeah,
Beds at the I guess like the checkout like table, some little refreshments and toothpicks and other sorted goods. And she goes, "All right, that'll be 6 gold pieces."
my friends, not to worry about it. I'm gonna hand it a 6 gold.
I thought you were gonna say, "I don't have that."
I in fact do not have 6. I'm kidding.
My friends.
I am broke as hell. I do not have 6 gold. Nah,
friends.
I hand her with my long skeletal-like fingers and just hand her the gold pieces. Here you go.
Oh, thanks.
No problem. Oh, by the way, are you in? Is there like a band or entertainment or anything in here?
Yes, there's a band playing live music, resembling the Beach Boys.
In the
It's a
crematorium.
very dark area,
Mhm.
but the music is very beachy, and there's one surfboard on the wall.
Very strange
Okay.
place.
Very
Ow.
strange place.
I'll look at it. By the way, if you're in need of a different sort of entertainment, please let me know. I'm looking for work.
Oh, righteous. We'll get a hold of you.
Yes. And nod my head and go to the crematorium part.
This is so weird. Like a session
As
of
you guys,
please. Dope places. Thing.
Please believe it or not.
Yeah.
the best part is like the crematorium and like the place you're eating don't look much different.
Yeah. So.
Good.
Like clearly you can tell, the eating area is cleaned up and all good to go. Which, granted, if you think about it, crematoriums are probably pretty clean, other than like the metal area that the dead body sits on,
Yeah.
or live
Basic
body.
imagination of the layout is podium in the middle of the floor. Like the left side is the restaurant, the right side's crematorium. It's just an open plan. There's no like wall, nothing.
Who needs walls? They only divide us. As y'all walk back over to the crematorium, Ted, it catches Ted's eye.
This is
Having
yours,
second guesses?
Yo, bud, I need to get back on the sled.
All right. And he puts you back in the sled and then slides you back in, shuts the door.
Give me a minute. Give him a sec.
Oh, I can do a magic trick too.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't-
I guess I'll do whatever I have to do with this box.
Preston goes, lifts up the top of the box. There's like a little dancing figurine. It looks like a ballerina orc on it. And then he starts to wind it.
Christ, it starts headbanging.
That's it, big.
Oh, it sounds pretty cool. Huh. And it's like being amplified because he's inside like a metal.
Yeah, metal tube.
Yeah. It's actually in perfect sync with that zebra. All right, I'm not sure why like you had to get in the crematorium to play the dope ass song, but like,
It's for the acoustics.
do you want to get burned or not?
No, no, no. Not today. He probably back. No. Probably.
Okay. I'm keeping the coupon though. Okay, cool.
Is there anything to check on this thing?
Nope.
Okay. I guess I'll just get out with it.
Still playing?
Sure, why not? Well, because your obsession with bodies, I feel like this belongs more with you. Little skeleton man.
Three. Ominous or
I would
music box.
Oh,
Very ominous indeed. What does it mean? What is it hinting at?
what does it mean?
What is this melody?
Good reference. Oh, fuck, what's that from?
Overwatch.
Ah, yes. I knew it, but I didn't know where.
Well, where are we off to now?
Don't know. Stop saying this.
Yes, probably.
Yeah, that was okay, wonderful.
Restaurant people.
We can't hear the Beach Boys over that.
Yep, that solved nothing.
It's
Not
ominous.
yet, at least.
Get that from the barkeep place.
No.
The music
Does it?
box was from the.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it was in the explosive room. Sitting
Yes.
there. And you said this was enough time, possibly, for Robin to be back.
Maybe.
Hmm.
If you guys are wanting to seek him out to follow that storyline, I'm sure he can be in town somewhere.
Um,
We could.
oh, oh, let's see. Oh, we do something.
Yes, there's well, I don't know. We didn't very much talk about it, but you said there was a cave with a elemental of sorts in it. What were or a dungeon with an elemental at the end of it that you guys retreated from?
Yes, they dragged me away from it.
I do not doubt it.
Yep.
Hmm. Must have been quite imposing if you retreated.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, it was a potion. And it came from this dungeon? Is that what? I see, I see.
Yeah.
Huh.
That dungeon. That dungeon was a Kraken.
I see.
When we went there, it was crazy. Preston. Preston. Yes.
Tastes like.
All they're making berserk potion, dynamite.
Are you sure about that?
Potion or
Kind of without giving away too much, just about what you said in general about the dungeon.
I'm just going doing all key things that we know. So through the fisherman there.
Correct.
So we assume it's simple.
Correct.
That the Kraken's own that
Well, you don't know if they're owning it currently.
yeah, I'm saying we don't know. We know it used to be them because fishermen.
Correct.
So we know it used to be belonging to them. Now it's being used by the rebels. They don't know if the rebels, Kraken, are allies or something like that.
I would research more into that.
Yeah.
Did we ask Robin about the Krakens? We might want
Rebels.
to do that. Oh well. Yeah, that might be a good thing to ask if he knows anything about these Krakens, and maybe he'll know something about what was it, the hammer or
Yeah.
hammers? Hmm.
I'm gathering right now. So Krakens, it was made,
Correct.
and then the hammer moved. That is, assuming the king
Yes.
started encroaching on their. I would, or misgiving.
I'll give a little bit more lore for just to help clear it up. The Krakens were here starting off, and this is all stuff that you guys are reading from the diary of Haru. The Krakens were there originally, but as the king moved in and started making encampment and started making the city, more and more land was being taken away from the Krakens, and more power was being stripped away from the Krakens.
Political misgiving.
There's a it was a slow death for the Krakens to lose a lot of their land. There are still Krakens around, but most of them are hidden, and the so even the barkeep isn't ousted. Um, and I think that yeah, the barkeep has not been ousted yet.
But it had politically. This doesn't look like a board. But I think rebels are other group from the Krakens fight back physical, political.
Hmm.
All right. Layout is.
Well, in my line of thought, I know Robin said that he would maybe try to get us a meeting with his leader. Maybe his leader will know a great deal more about this than we do. So, I say we either go have a great battle against the water elemental or whatever it was, or we go find Robin and try to get some answers. I know my good friend Chryson would love to fight it.
I've already smeared blood all over my face to fight it.
Oh my gosh.
I vote we go on Robin.
You guys want to go find Robin?
Yes.
Come.
I told him that when we were like looking for him that I would play my harmonica. So
Okay.
I'll play my harmonica as I guess we're
You guys are like making your way back to the town of Seashell. And along that long path that kind of separates gosh, I'm forgetting the town or the city's name. It's such a good name too. What's up?
Southern, or are you talking about
Salisbury. Yeah,
Yeah.
Salisbury. The trail connecting Salisbury and Seashell. You guys are walking down that, and in a cart next to you, you can see just kind of like a guy riding on top of it, hooded up and can't really be seen. And then he hears the harmonica playing, and kind of turns his cart around and makes attention towards you all. And then it's Robin. Robin has the cart and kind of motions for you all to get into the cart.
I will step in.
In the cart I go.
You gotta lay down. How big is this cart?
It's a covered cart, so
Okay.
think of it like a pilgrim cart. You've got like the horses drawing it, and then there's one person riding in the front, and then like a back area where you do storage stuff. But there's enough room for everybody to fit into it, and then he just kind of makes his way back towards the town of Seashell slowly. It's good to see you, friends.
Oh.
Very successful. I was able to give Sin Hotep the information that he needed, and we're not 100% sure what their plan is, but we're at least one step closer to preventing it.
Very good.
That's all right.
Yep, we can definitely meet. We'll have to go into the forest, make sure we're not being followed. But we can definitely meet.
Sounds like a plan to me. And I look to the rest.
Then
So as you guys are Robin just kind of makes another turnaround now that you guys are wanting to go into the forest. Makes his way back towards Sothersburg. And along this trail, we can do some dialogue, questions, anything like that. Because you guys, I know, had some questions that you were curious about. If you wanted to ask Robin while you all were trailing through, yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, I was just going to ask if... My dear Robin, have you heard of a group or anything called the Krakens?
I'm aware of the Krakens, but I'm not formally part of them. I work for them in a way, but not directly. Think of it, we're more friends, you know. The enemy of my enemy is my friend type situation.
Exactly.
And what do you do for them?
I'm an ambassador for the rebels, and the innkeep or the barkeep was who I talked through and kind of exchanged information between the rebels and the Krakens. Right now, we're in a temporary alliance until we can kind of push the city back a little.
I see.
City.
The whole city is not the Hammer. The Hammer is a very elusive group inside of the city. We're not too
Really?
sure who is in the Hammer yet, but we're trying to figure that out.
Like the Kingsmen, or
We assume the king is the head of the Hammer, but we don't know enough yet.
It could be that group of fellows we saw in the sewer near the explosives. I mean, if they were not part of your group, they had to be belongs to someone.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, when we found we went to the sewers with the exterminator. I don't remember his name, but, and, you know, there was a group of, they were lizard folk, right, I think?
Correct.
It was a group of reptilian folk, and, well, they ran away through these portals, in the sewers, and, when we went to the room, we fought one, and, a couple, actually. And after we were done scuffling, we found a room filled with dynamite and plans to blow up the city.
As you tell this information to Robin, you can almost see like him let out a sigh of disappointment and unhappiness. He goes, what you're telling me is that the city now has access to the rebels' teleportation system, and that the old sewers are no longer safe. Is that correct?
Oh, by the gods, well, I guess not. I'm not quite sure what that whole teleportation magic is all about, but yeah, one of them got away as well when we were fighting the other two. So they also were able to warn whoever their superiors are. So
you're saying one got away, though?
yes.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Well, I will follow up with Sen Hotep, and maybe we can talk to him about that as well. But from what you're telling me, it sounds like one of our plans has been extinguished.
Oh, that was?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
that's my issue that you said.
Without going into detail, well, I wasn't aware that it had been foiled yet. Without going into too much detail, we were going to blow up the southeastern side of the city to cut them off from their running water. Right now, they're sapping the water dry out of the lands to the east. They've created a man-made moat or a man-made river to essentially get water to the city artificially, and it's not great for the inhabitants in the eastern part of this land. And so we are going to blow that area up and fill it back in essentially, to where the Gaia of Sylvan could have gone back to, normal living.
Speaking of, you went to that temple. Where's that? Was that one of you guys' base, the rebels' base?
Well, it was never a rebel's base. It was once a Kraken temple. Um, Much of the training went on there. Much of the I don't know, meetings, talking with, and it was more of a place of worship to start off with. But slowly it turned into a safe haven for the Krakens to hide out in, as the city's grasp, widened. Eventually, it seems that the Krakens are no longer in control of it, and the rebels don't control it either. Why do you ask if it was rebels?
Because you were there with us. Who we fought? You were there? I would assume if it was rebels, you fought them.
Correct.
Did.
So
See why they're making the potions. Not the Krakens, rebels. Who's making the potions? It's just a random group of drug lords. So that potion doesn't. Personally, yeah, seems like a wartime use type of thing.
So Robin, after after hearing these the questions, he goes, I'll break it down one at a time. Berserk is a wartime potion. Legally, they cannot produce it inside of the city, because it looks bad, and the current leader of the Potions Guild refuses to create Berserk because he knows that it's a weapon of mass destruction. It's used for wartime essentially. And the current leader of the Potions Guild has refused to make it, and which makes me assume that it's just a black market right now. As for who was inside of the temple at that time, none of them were rebels. They were definitely people of this area, but they very well could have been people that lost their homes and were needing money, and so they picked up work where they could. And it's not unknown for people to work the black market if they're wanting to feed their families.
Uh, wartime drug.
That's the scary part. That's what I'm wondering now.
But seems like that seems evident from what's on what side who's fighting who.
It definitely lines up with what I found in my scouting mission last week. So the the cart that passed by whenever we were talking, I'd followed it, and it is a large drilling apparatus. Um, we think that it's going for the Grand Tree's roots, but we're not sure how they would be able to get to it, or if they have the technology to um, target the roots correctly. But we're not going to put anything to chance. So luckily, we were able to find out that they have these drills, so we're better able to prepare for them. But now that we've got the potion also, the pieces of the puzzle are making more and more sense. Maybe the king is planning on attacking. Um, Hopefully, our reinforcements come soon. We've made out a desperate call for help, but we're not sure if it'll be answered.
Up to them and
As you finish up with that sentence, Robin kind of waves towards you guys to get low and just kind of lay back in the back of the cart. And you see that the guard post that you guys had originally went up to is where y'all were at now, and he was just trying to pass through that checkpoint before moving further into the forest. You guys make it through and make your way through the forest, and then you get to what feels like a more secure location, and you kind of hop out of the cart and proceed into the forest a little bit farther away from the road. And then Robin lets you know, I've got to stay by the cart, but head due west, due west, and you guys will run into Sin. I've notified him that you will be coming up to him soon, and he'll also know where you're at.
Bartholomew nods his head. Thank you, dear Robin.
I'm do at the city.
I can.
I guess while we're walking, I'm gonna kind of turn to the group. What do you make of all of this? I mean, it seems a little... I don't know. Personally, I don't think I really agree with blowing up and cutting off the water supply from the city. I mean, there's a lot of innocent people that live in the city. That seems a little extreme to me. I don't like how he didn't really answer us the first time. He said he didn't know anything about it. All I will say is, keep your wits about you when we talk to this leader of his.
Krakens are
I agree.
My kind of people.
also pushing it, bugging me. Rebels are planning to blow up city. Careful, not making an ocean.
It
It'd
could
be-
be that Robin is unaware of what's happening as well. I mean, one man can't know everything, but
Is that but my what I think who are people buying the potion.
not sure, my friends, but
Seems like two sides are counting for.
Well, I mean, we can go back. We never got to that last room.
I agree. But while we're doing this, like I said, keep your wits about you. People can put on many facades, and people will believe that they're doing the right thing. They will do whatever it takes. So,
Yeah.
let us continue.
Just 1 second, I got a piece of pizza in my mouth.
Mr. Danny's eating hamburger.
Burger.
As you all make your way into a clearing in the forest, there is a river. Oh, maybe not a river, but let's just say like a pond, very clear water pond, in the middle of the opening, and it catches your eye because it's like the sun hits it perfectly, and the gleaming is beautiful. And then you hear some rustling in the branches or rustling in the brush close to you, and Sin steps out.
Oh.
Greetings, friends, adventurers. Robin's told me a lot about you all.
Hello.
Picture.
What's that?
Didn't have like.
I don't think I ever made anything for him. So the best way that I would describe him is the Stranger Things skins on Smite, the Bakasura skin. Imagine that, but in like tree/flower form. Just imagine like a mixture of that skin and Grover. Is what Sinhotep looks like. He's
Kind of like a
Spriggan?
Spriggan?
Yeah, Spriggan.
yes,
Yep.
very
Spriggan.
lanky. Very like you can see like roots and stuff coming out of him, and he has a lot to do with like roots inside of his kit and whatnot. He's actually a character I made for another set or another I don't know what the right word is. I was
Mission.
gonna play him.
Campaign. So.
Yeah, another campaign. But he's not been played yet, so I figured it'd be a great time to introduce him as the leader of the Sylvanites.
Yeah, I was like, other.
Interesting look. I quite like it.
Sin lets out a short chuckle. Yes. And one thing to help just understand Sin is that he is neutral.
Right.
Dead square in the middle. He can feel the questioning of him, and he starts to explain that he has one sole purpose, and that is to protect the land of Sylvan, and in particular to protect the Grand Tree, because that is what gives life to this entire land. And after his little monologue, is there anything that you all would like to ask, or?
I'm not gonna ask anything, but does he, due to me being what I am, does he? Can I notice that he like maybe if he's looking at me or like I don't know, I guess like checking me out or anything, because I'm obviously
And
a lot
what-
different. Not because obviously I have necromantic powers, and I feel like a nature person would not like that. So I guess am I trying to see if he's like looking at me with like not ill intent, but like caution or something?
No.
No.
He looks at you with understanding.
Okay.
He doesn't see you as a threat currently to the Grand Tree.
Okay.
So he has no reason to have that ill will towards you.
Gotcha. All right.
I'm assuming because you take bodies that were supposed to be like for the land and you raise them up is where you're having the issue,
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I do only do it to people I view as like evil or not good. But
Yeah.
either way, yeah. Okay. I was just curious.
Hopefully it's the same way about. At most.
Yeah.
Basically, bring something back and you kill it again. It's all for understood.
Sen can feel the unease and the tense emotions coming from Bartholomew and Novus both. He says, creatures of foreign land are welcome to the land of Sylvan. I have no qualms with visitors.
I see. Well, thank you.
And then he just kind of gives a short bow.
So, how long have the rebels been?
He kind of points towards the water and gives a very spiritual and uplifting message about the rebels being one with Sylvan, and basically alluding to that the rebels have been here since Sylvan's first, you know. And then whenever he refers to Sylvan, it's the Grand Tree, because the Grand Tree is the epicenter of Sylvan. Yeah, he's like,
Country.
whenever the Grand Tree was but a sapling, that is whenever the rebels were, you know, there. That was the inception of the rebels. And Finn doesn't like the term rebels. He prefers Sylvanites.
Are the Sylvanites pirate?
Many years ago, the Krakens and the Sylvanites came to an understanding, almost a symbiotic relationship, as an ant is to an aphid. And then he's like, showing his arms out, and you can see roots like growing out from his hands and extending and coming back in, and he's like making different shapes to kind of illustrate what he's talking about. The Krakens respected the land of Sylvan. They did not go in farther than what they needed. They stayed on the shore. They respected our area. They respected our fauna. And he just goes in to explain a little bit more backstory about kind of how the Krakens came here. That it originally started with Varu. He was stranded on Sylvan, on that area that is now Seashell, um, how that they were kind of granted that land to kind of help watch over Sylvan from anybody that was trying to harm them from sea, and just kind of be that, I guess, arm of Sylvan that isn't, because they aren't human. They're more like the land. That's why you're seeing a lot of those lizards and any other animals that may, be fighting for the land of Sylvan.
Feel about King. Get hammer.
Ah, the hammer. And you can just kind of like see the vines on it almost start like prickling out thorns, and you can see that it's had a response for sin. One day the king will be fertilizer for the land of Sylvan, and he will give a portion of what he has taken.
How do you feel about city people? Sylvan.
And as he goes on to talk about the city folk, his thorns start to, I guess, detract, I guess would be the right word. And he says, unfortunately, many will be casualties of what is to come, but they've had their chances and they've had their warnings. He goes on to explain that the rebels have sent emissaries slash ambassadors to the city, and that usually this is met with them being executed. And then he goes on to tell you guys a story. Not too long ago, we had a high-ranking ambassador of ours beheaded in the center of the town in front of many of our rebels, and we did not take kindly to that. We were only trying to pass on a compromise, and the king did not want to hear it. And I would like to throw out y'all's very first session after yep. So this is the part that I want to throw out, like off character, kind of off like story. I had a whole storyline for you guys to save, like if you were to choose to save him, and you would have started out in a completely different area.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Bartholomew's gonna like walk up to, like, kind of closer. Unless I'm like completely zoned out for some reason, did he not talk about the blowing up the wall, right? Or did he?
He has not been asked that yet.
Okay, yeah. So, Bartholomew's gonna walk up. Listen, we found plans. I don't know whether directly ordered by you, or this is some concocted plan behind your back. But Robin, was speaking about a plan to destroy was it southeast wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. To destroy the southeast wall and cut off the water supply from the town. Now, I personally have great issue with this because many people will suffer innocent people will suffer. I would like to propose that if this is indeed your plan, I know you've sent emissaries, but... And he looks kind of to the group. Maybe let us try to evacuate some people, innocent people who will be willing to go. So maybe less lives are taken. If you go with this plan, if it's even yours.
There was some chime in, but like, we don't care about the people. You can plan if we care about that. He posted Carson. It says the fire church.
Yes,
Yeah, so
listen. I'm sure the land can repair itself, but
The land can repair itself, and I did feel that.
and then he like kind of stops for a minute. I'm of the opinion that once someone is gone, they cannot be repaired. So I would like to save as many people as possible.
And as you finish talking, Sin puts his hand around like your back and like your shoulders per se, you know, and he says, "What is the value of a Sylvanite to a Sovbergian? How many Sylvanites have died and lost their lives so that the people of the city can drink fresh water? How many Sylvanites have lost their lives due to the expansion of the king, due to his consuming of the resources which he takes more than what is necessary? He has destroyed these forests and destroyed our land." It is but a drop in the bucket for what will be harmed. That was my plan. Of course, not done by myself.
No.
Through and then he just kind of elaborates that there's Kraken and rebels working together to fight the hammer.
listen, I'm gonna answer. I don't know. I just got here.
Yeah, I mean,
About all the laws. I don't know. I just got here for like a week.
listen, I'm not from these lands myself, but I know what having a family is like. And just because those people in the city, I'm sure not everyone in the city wants Sylvanites to be slain and slaughtered. Hell, many of them probably don't even know what the king is doing.
Ah, that is the key.
So let us tell them. Not an emissary that they will just slaughter on sight. Us!
I will give you the opportunity, but let it be known, the king does not take well to people who drift from his path.
Listen.
Well,
Well, technically, you are, because you signed in through his registry.
did I? I don't
Well,
think...
technically, I mean, if we didn't do it technically for Bartholomew, so if you would like to,
Yeah, I was just gonna say I wandered in, but I don't know, maybe along the way they stopped and you were like, who the fuck? Yeah, or something. I don't
yeah.
know.
So just to stay, I guess, consistent with like the other group, being met at the boat, you know, or at the docks, just assume that you as well were Bartholomew.
Mhm. Wow.
I had a question.
What's that?
Do the rebels sometimes assassination?
The rebels will kill, but not as an assassin. We have a very strict code of morals We will duel. We will fight to the death. But we will never kill another that is unsuspecting.
Hmm.
That is assuming that many will die inside of the explosion. We are just more so getting rid of the water access.
And condemning many more innocents to die, I assume.
Or to have to go to the shore to receive their water.
Right.
Another question.
Bartholomew's gonna like kind of not walk away, but he's gonna kind of separate himself and kind of away
Gonna-
from the group.
You'll like go over to like the pond or something and like look into it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of gonna drift away and be kind of alone.
Oh. Oh. Listen. Soon the Kraken.
That is a safe assumption, but I do not know the Krakens well enough to rule them out.
Same level.
They were definitely more respectful of the Sylvan lands.
Themselves.
I think that they want to protect themselves. They had a very good system set up. And again, we both benefited from them being here and vice versa.
Come tell me. Krakens. Barkeep.
That is correct. How is he?
Yeah, one time.
Straying from the path. The king does not like that.
Try to get him.
Be very careful. He might get squashed by the hammer.
Feeling story. Barkeep.
I've never ventured past the I'm not sure what the right word is, but like where the forest is, yeah, where the forest is essentially. He stays within the parameters of um, this area to protect it. It's where he gets his power from.
Speaking of the forest. Have any idea why did the hammer? That's his power.
Truthfully,
holds.
I'm not able to look into the evil mind that is the hammer. My guess, they want it for resources. Why? I'm not sure. I don't know who can build a big enough fire for the tree.
The tree provides like magical,
It is.
holy.
It is holy to us.
Kingdom of God. Essentially, as far as we know.
This tree is the creator of this land. It creates life. It creates the resources that you see all around you. And he just kind of pans around, and looking at all of the different life and fauna that are surrounding you. The tree is their mother.
What do you know about berserker potions?
I'm not too keen on berserk potion. What is it?
Potion that apparently makes you go mad with rage.
Sounds like a tool for the humans. And you can see him thinking.
What do you know about water elementals?
I know the Krakens were fond of the water elementals. Not so much us. We don't deal much with the sea. We tend to keep our business on the land, which is why the relationship between us and the Krakens was so beneficial. We do not. I assume knowing other humans, they keep them as pets. Varu. Varu is a great man. He is who essentially made the deal between me and the Krakens to live a peaceful existence, or that symbiotic existence.
Seem like a violent man.
He was a pirate. He had his violent tendencies. But I think for his home, he cared much for it.
Hearing about
I have never had an interaction with the king, but from what I hear, he's a pompous ass. It seems if you pull the right strings, he can get whatever he likes done.
oh, it's Sylvan Knights. Robin.
Robin is a human. Robin is just a vagrant. He travels from area to area. Doesn't really have a place that he calls home, but he does not like greedy people, and he prefers to help the poor.
Hmm.
Do you know who operates the base behind the waterfall?
That was a gift from us to the Krakens. We allowed them to build into the waterfall. We're aware of the base, but it's what it contains and whatnot. I no longer have a touch to or an eye to because it has been carved out.
Gifts to the Krakens, besides land and ice and stuff.
Just the land and the waterfall area. They essentially cover the southern part of the Sylvan Island. The rest of the island is so the best way that I can describe the Sylvan Island is large rocks like mountains. You'd have to scale up the mountains to get to Sylvan from the other side. So the only open point, and it's a kind of like a bay. It like pincers in, and there's a small opening opens into a larger bay. But those like pincer areas are also like mountain land, but it kind of recedes down um, as you get closer to the insides of the bay.
King.
I do not. I don't have much knowledge outside of this land. This is my world, my life.
But him.
Unfortunately, Vru and I didn't have to speak often. Vru respected our terms and we respected theirs. We provided them and they provided for us.
Sounds like we need to go to the waterfall to see who has the base now. Because obviously it isn't something the Kraken have it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Bartholomew is still just away from the group at the pond.
I don't have anything.
Before you all depart, I have two gifts for you. And then he holds out his hand and kind of gives you all some seed pods. He goes, if you're ever in danger, use these. You crack them open, and you will be teleported to the grand tree.
Oh.
And then for a second gift, he just kind of points over the water. He goes, your most prized possession, place it into this water, and then take it out.
Ooh.
Can be
I'll put my
anything.
sword in there then.
Come.
I would combine
Instantly
this,
rust.
and then we can
Uh,
I actually haven't told you about it yet, oops, because I forgot to put it in my bio. But Bartholomew, I'm assuming he overheard that, or like they
Yeah,
came over.
yeah, you
Oh,
definitely
okay.
did.
Okay. Bartholomew partially opens his jacket and presses like a little button on his chest plate, and his chest opens up, and inside there is a. For him, it's not big, but for you guys, it is a pretty big capsule. And he takes it out, like kind of unscrews it a little bit, takes it out, and you can see on the inside it's just like this green and like almost wispy slash misty substance in it. It's not liquid or anything. He takes it out, and he doesn't try to hide it from you guys, but he kind of like turns a little bit and just. And he said, "What? You just dip it in the lake, or just put it in there?"
Yep.
That's what it was? Okay, he's just gonna gently place it in.
Now,
And,
is it like a capsule that would fill up with the water, or is it
no,
just
it's
like
it's sealed and everything. It's just the outside would get
okay?
wet, I guess.
Send me what's there?
Yeah.
Send me a message with what that item is.
Yep.
So Chryson, you did your sword. Crow, you also did your swords.
yes.
Okay, and Novus, you did your table, your alchemist supplies. Come. Come. Alrighty. Anything else?
what about?
There'll be no need for that. And then as you see, your vials start to magically refill with water from this lake.
I guess the only other thing is, what the hell is this music box?
Are you presenting it to Sen?
Yeah.
He takes it. He goes, "It looks like a relic of the city. I'm not too sure what this is." Then hands it back. As you all wrap up with your questions and also dipping your items into the lake or the pond, whatever it is, Sin leaves off with a few words of warning. Um, be very careful whenever you are approaching the king. I will give you this time to find peace, but I cannot promise it will be forever. And then as he finishes, he just kind of like absorbs into the earth, and then he's gone.
Cool trick.
A threat? Yes.
No,
Personally,
just words of caution.
Yeah, Bartholomew. After he was done with that, he opens his jacket again and screws the capsule back in and closes his chest plate and neatly puts his jacket back on. And he doesn't say anything. He kind of just turns, ready to leave.
You all make your way.
Waterfall.
Probably next session. I want to put a little bit of planning into that.
Right there.
If you guys would like to do some other stuff, though, because I think the waterfall is going to be a longer encounter.
Yeah.
And Robin just takes you guys back.
Okay.
Bartholomew was extremely quiet and solemn looking during the ride back. Still not saying anything.
You guys are back inside of the city now. Robin lit you all off and then just kind of rode his cart back towards Seashell.
Indeed.
Oh, my sword's all wet, so that's good.
I know what that did. Besides me.
Not yet. As you all are standing in the middle of the city square, Seer spots you all and comes to talk. Ah, adventurers, you look like you've had a day. Why the long face, Bartholomew?
Bartholomew with like no animated expression, nothing, just turns, deadpan, looks him in the face. My reason is my own. But since you are a seer of great power, it seems you probably already know what it is.
Yes, yes. And the rest of you? Seems like a very taxing day.
Politics. Common.
Poli-sci was not the popular degree, was it?
Not my fault.
I almost got cremated twice.
That sounds fantastic. Is that over at Ted's Body Shop?
You know it.
That's a great place. I love their smoothies.
Got this. We get back up.
Just so happens that I do. And then he reaches inside of his cloth sack clothing thing. And he goes, here. I figured you might need this.
My theory, you be judges. Getting heavier. Thank you.
Oh, very welcome, Novus. Use it wisely. Yes, Novus.
I have heard someone. There's an annual ball.
Ah, yes. The city's famous ball. Why do you ask?
That's what I did. Forgot it was. I have a ball anyway.
It is the greatest meeting of the minds of the city. All of the influential people gather at the ball. It is a great time to talk, I'll say.
I didn't invite it. No. Party, or-
Not anybody. The king has a selection of people that he allows to come to the ball. All very friendly of him.
You show up there?
The king is there. But keep in mind, where the king's at, so are his men. Anyway, bibbity boo, y'all have a good day.
Goodbye, Pierre.
And he just kind of like heel clicks in the distance.
Bartholomew kind of straightens up and, adjusts his jacket a little bit. So, we are going to the old Kraken base, is what I'm presuming. Is that our next course of action?
Here.
I believe that'd be best.
Right. Sounds good to me.
I leave a note to where we're going.
Yeah, we can perhaps slide it under the door. Yes. Going to kill water elemental. See you soon. XO, XO, XO. Well, do you fine folks have any shopping to do for perhaps this preparations that we need?
Is there anything like potions or supplies that you're going to want to get? There's a general store. I'm not sure if I don't have anything set up for it. But I'm not too sure what else you guys might need. Aside from like potions or just stuff to help with fighting and whatnot, or
Right.
whatever else you might need. But we can definitely do that before going to the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remind me what level we are? Because I don't have anything in my sheet that tells me.
I think we're level 3.
Yes.
Yep.
Is there a blacksmith or someone who would sell bows, perhaps, anywhere?
That's both.
Yeah, I'm looking for a hand crossbow.
That sounds for you.
That'd be funny. Yeah, well, I can only use hand crossbows. So, well, I mean,
That meme of
I'd like
me,
to use
I'll hand you give me a full-size crossbow and you pick it up as a. That's right.
Tic Tac.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I guess. Wasn't the blacksmith shop like right here? Actually.
Yes.
I guess I'm just gonna go over then, real quick.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't.
Hello.
What can I do for you?
What, Ruben? Sorry.
Oh,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was saying magic shop.
Maybe. I might have.
No.
Is there? What are you wanting from a magic shop?
Oh no, that was.
Yeah.
I can always make the shops. The issue is I don't know what to put in them just yet. Unless like a certain adventure is going to be calling for something like, but I'm trying to avoid making it to where like you have to have a specific item for
Yeah.
adventures, which is why I haven't implemented the general store just yet.
I think, I don't know what it is, but I think Joe has like a shop randomizer. Like it makes a shop filled with item, like a general store, or you can make it like a blacksmith that's only weapons, but it like randomizes everything. I don't know what that is, but Joe
Okay.
probably would have that for you if you message him about it. But yeah. But yeah, Bartholomew is gonna walk into the blacksmith shop.
What can I do you for?
Yes, my good sir. I'm in need of a hand crossbow of sorts. Do you perhaps sell anything like that?
It just so happens that we do.
Excellent. May I see it?
And then he just kind of like points towards the wall.
I will strut on over there.
How much gold do you have?
108.
Okay, cool. I was gonna do them for 20 gold apiece.
Okay.
Jeez, Mr. Moneybags over here. I think I have like 6.
Yes, and I would, I need some bolts to go with these. Are they on the wall too?
Yeah, and you can get, let's say for 1 gold piece, you can get.
It's usually.
Okay, yeah, let's do 20. 20, 20 bolts.
Okay. Sounds good. And that's so that'll be what, 21 total? You said it's 20 for the hand crossbow and
Yep.
1 for the. Okay. Cool.
So how is your ammunition gonna work?
I mean, every time I do an attack with the hand crossbow, it takes 1 bolt.
Are you able to retrieve them?
I don't.
Yes.
No. Yeah. Either that or that's like a DM. I've heard that it's like DM specific. Like if you have a longbow and you shoot somebody in the face with an arrow, they can just go back and get it. So I don't know. That's kind of like a depending on what you want to do.
Okay.
Thing.
I don't want it to be an infinite resource,
Right.
but I do want it to be able to be picked back up.
Yeah.
So let's just say whenever you go to like retrieve them from a body, we'll do a roll,
Sure.
and we'll obviously just make that up like whenever we get into the situation, but it's going to be something based off of the roll and like how many you get back and all that good stuff.
Yeah, sure. All right, let me give him. I'm gonna hand him the 21 gold pieces. Here you go,
Pleasure
my
doing
dear
business
friend.
with you.
Thank you. And I'm going to strut out of there with my new hand crossbow.
Do.
As a monster hunter, is it possible for me to research a water elemental's weaknesses?
Do you specifically have something that would like help you, like a feat, anything like that, or a trade, or?
It's like a feat. It's just like that's the
Background?
entire purpose of my character's class, though.
That's your back.
Yeah, I mean, like my class, I'm pretty sure it's literally called Blood. It's called Blood Hunter.
You can probably go to like maybe there's like a library or something. I don't know.
Let me see real quick.
Or probably more of like a magic shop type thing, since that's like a more exotic It's like an element. I don't know. I remember seeing Blood Hunters have. I don't remember which one it was, but they had specific stuff. Oops, ignore that. How much damage should I do?
Yeah, I see why not. Yeah, if you want to go to the library like in the middle of or like whenever we have our off time or whatever, we can do or like you'll like role play like you went to the library, found the book on water elementals and stuff like that.
Cool. I think other than that, that's all I got.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that on my front.
Alrighty, anybody else?
Can we go? Open the show.
Sure. Christ, and how did you get lightning on your sword?
It's a part of my class. I'm basically like The Witcher. Have you ever played that? So, actually no, sorry, that's part of my blood maledict feature, I think. And then I get extra damage from making mutagen craft. Which is why I'm at 21 on my dexterity. But that's only temporary, which is why I roll my die like every time that we begin.
Go back and strategize. Abilities.
There it is.
What do you chose to do? Throw it up. Oh, that's.
Finally found it. There you go.
Do you have to use a hemo globe or whatever with it whenever you cast it?
Basically, I like rub my blood on it, which is why I take damage.
Yeah.
So I had to roll my die to hurt myself, which is why I usually do it before I go into battle.
Gotcha.
Which then puts the thing on there. And then I have a potion that I can take, which is down here. I have 4 of them technically, but I'm only allowed to have 1 prepared at a time. So I can actually just put them all in here if you're curious. Kind of. Yeah. Yeah, my character sheet is super long because of all this stuff. It's like half of it.
That's not too background stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot to my character. It took a long time to get it all sorted, and it's kind of hard because I have to like know what we're fighting in order to choose the right formulas and stuff, which is kind of annoying. But I thought this was more fun than some of the other versions of this class.
Yep. Go ahead.
Master D. Ingredients for
Well, let me go take a look real quick. And then she just kind of shuffles back into the back room.
also want
Yep, I can go check on him real quick. Now, is the secondary ingredient something that you'll need to make, like, or are you wanting to see if you can buy a water resistance potion?
or
Okay. I'm trying to look for a water resistance potion. Do you have one pulled up? I found a potion of resistance and a potion of water breathing.
It'd probably be cold, technically. Instead
Cold.
Of water. I would assume, yeah. Well, I mean, you could just make it up. Yeah.
And what would it do?
depending on depends. Fire.
Here it's showing 10 elements.
Well, that's cool. You get to choose.
Now, does the resistance do like a percentage?
No, it's
Ah.
like
It's like, yeah. Yeah,
Normally-
resistance is where you'll take half damage from whatever you chose to resist.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
do it so that you can half damage advantage on water attacks.
Yeah, I think I'm cool with like it doing like half damage, because like if it was like resistance to it completely, and then like you just take the potion and drink it, and then like fight a monster that is supposed to be really strong, I feel like it just defeats the purpose of them. But I'm cool with like 50% damage mitigation.
Yeah. I think this would be remembering 10 minutes ago.
We can definitely try it out for one fight and then see how like one if 50% is not enough compared to like what the monster could have done, or if 50% was too little or or too much. I don't know what the right word is, but well, we can definitely feel it out. Worst comes to worst, um, it's either a super underwhelming or super overwhelming use, and then we'll just adjust it. All right, she makes it back to the counter, and she hands you a potion of water resistance. Um, and she goes, "Here you go. It'll be 5 gold pieces." And let me figure out this motherfucker's name real quick. Cedric Ishapul.
Name being Cedric. Ish.
That's his last name. Greetings, Novus. What brings you in?
I have a question.
What's that?
Four time.
Ah, yes, the Berserk potion. A very nasty potion.
What's the name? See why you banned it.
As with all potions, we have to experiment to find out, find different, uses and whatnot for them. Unfortunately, we created a monster whenever we made the Berserk potion, and we've had the recipe on lock and key for many years now. What brings your interest into it?
Alright. You had it on. I know it besides you.
Not many people know it, but only the Potions Guild does. No, the king would not. Yes, many of the workers here will know it. If they've been here for longer than, just like X amount of years since the potion was created and then was no longer in production type thing. So the workers here would know it.
Let anybody go that
Unfortunately, we've let go many people, but none for misuse of the Berserk potion. Very intriguing. You're asking.
Thanks game.
Well, keep me in the loop.
You have a heads up.
Indeed. And then he just kind of walks away.
Really?
One where I can practice, you know.
So I don't have to buy another room, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes. You know, that might be a suitable course of action. Try to get a little, not too far away, but try to get away out of the city. In the wild somewhere, where you can set up shop. Where we can practice.
Try sleeping on the on a boat.
Somewhere away from anyone's eyes, where Novus can, practice his alchemical pursuits, and I can practice my hobby, and maybe Chryson could light more trees on fire, and no one will be around.
Of course.
An abandoned mansion.
Some shackle or shack he's just been living in.
Yeah.
I've never had roommates before.
Gus, a course of action.
We can live there.
Alrighty.
I don't know what it looks like, but go ahead. Sorry.
You want to head back to the inn for now?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of limited.
Sleepover.
Powwow in Chryson's room. That's a long ass bed.
Pile in, everyone.
Oh.
Just me?
I'm so.
I'll take up one whole side of the bed.
Yeah.
Long ass body.
Yes.
Kingsley, do you have to lay down?
Yes.
But it's like main boss is gonna.
Yes.
Prepare for that.
I'm excited. I was not a part of that. I'm excited to see what it is like.
Got water. What does everybody do? To each other. I didn't even know Key could turn into a mongoose.
Ba-ba-boom.
Well, you already know one part, but the other, I inspire my allies through musical means.
No thanks.
Well, you're gonna have to deal with it because that's what I do. So
I prefer to keep my pants on.
that's definitely not what I meant. But okay.
That's that. Arm.
Well, he kind of takes his puts part of his jacket off. Well, I don't really wear armor. Perhaps I am the armor, but in his pain that he's had this entire time, he unsheaths it, and it's actually his rapier. Yeah, this is what I use for when no do-gooders get close to me, and then I didn't have a crossbow before, and I liked using one when my master taught me how to, so I just purchased one, obviously. Mm-hmm.
Rapier. Crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Tactical.
Of course.
Duration.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Panther. It's never explained.
My panther is not weird.
I mean, Panther's not weird. your ability to summon a panther and not tell us is
Strokes the
weird.
panther like, don't listen to them.
Don't listen to them. You're beautiful. Yeah, it was well, I mean, coming from the forest, I've been a ranger for years, and I've been blessed in a way, as you can tell. Yeah, I primarily stick to close quarters, but if I need to resort to range, I can.
How you?
Light. So, studded leather. It's well, I think it's just the first animal that came to mind, but whether that be land, sea, air.
Yes. Perhaps.
How far can you inspire somebody?
I think it's 60 feet. A good distance, yeah.
Price them. But
That's really it.
you know,
Kill
I
the
did.
monsters, bro.
How about that? Hit me.
It's close range. For almost everything. I do have a crossbow, but
You can't see the blood if you shoot him from far away,
you
right?
can't yeah, exactly. Then a lot of my stuff is very confusing. I can go over all of it if you want.
Go over the. Seem like he.
It's a rapier. I'll be using mostly, and I use my blood hemocraft in order to put damage on it before combat using my blood. But it also hurts me. But I also have blood curses as well, so I can use a curse of my choice to make something happen in combat. But I only have the one right now since we're such low level.
Lightning.
Interesting.
So part of my character sheet allows me to learn up to 4 formulas, but with how it's worded, they're static. So there's like a bunch of formulas, and you can't learn new ones until you get really high level. So it's gonna be kind of hard to play that portion. So really be up to Caleb if he allows me to change formulas, if I can research things beforehand and just like change them out when I do long rests or short rests, so I can use them more. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to wait till like level 16 to learn, like new ones. Let me see. Level 7, actually.
great feats of ability. Start out. Once you can do it. It's like, I haven't no alchemist.
Yes.
Tinker.
Yeah, Bartholomew double taps his eye. Look! I can see in the dark!
Exactly.
Inside of the room, you just see it light up a little bit and like going on and off.
I think mainly potion that you use. I see it.
Do you know what your potions do, or are they random right now?
Before the random, I have a tape.
Yeah.
Also has one of potion and trim. I know what they do. Only that, most of my spells are in terms of healing or armor zone. Close. Some close range. I can heal you, I can harm you. I can do both. Having a
I see.
help you go. Now I can. Potions.
You know, we'll make a great team.
As of right. Plan for the day. As I told y'all, I can if you I can make item, make some magic. And
Also, I can heal people as well a little bit with my wonderful music.
as you can.
Yes. Oh,
Hey, I don't think drinking a potion is you much.
can drink them. It's not. It's a little different.
Yeah,
Then-
I think, yeah, you'll be sure to drink them just to simplify it.
Yeah, because in Warforged can, I don't think they have any limitations on that or anything. But he like kind of taps his chest a little bit. I drink them in a different way through here, but doesn't matter how bad it tastes either. I can't taste it.
Potions?
Sure, they all should work. I hope. And I guess due to Kiori being, I don't know, dead, we'll have to ask her what she does.
Guilt. Yeah.
You know, since you infuse armor and I am the armor, it's like giving me a tattoo. How interesting is that? You just write it down on my arm. How about that?
um, I mean, question. Armor.
How much can I reveal from my findings on the elemental, Caleb?
Whatever you ended up finding about him.
Okay, because I basically just read the character sheet for it. You good with that?
Yeah, I mean it's like you're literally like talking to your teammates.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you're good with me reading the character sheet and then telling them that information on it.
Just don't tell damage numbers and stuff like
Yeah. Basically, we want bludgeoning resistance, or we're gonna get raped.
Oh.
Here, let me just do this since I can just show you my findings easier. Actually, it's not. Because presumably you guys can't look at character sheets like this. I don't know.
Pretty sure they're open to most of y'all. They should be.
Yeah, I know everybody can look them up. I just didn't know how you wanted to handle that. If we can research things while we're fighting.
Honestly, so in one of my sessions I had with one of my old DMs, they didn't know, like, we didn't know how to kill the monster because none of us knew that it was like we had to use fire to kill it. So like, I don't know. I'm not a, well, again, I don't really care for the combat so much in D&D. I more so like the lore. Um, so like a lot of time I'm much more prone to simplify combat than so like if it says like, oh, you can't attack them with your sword because it has to be magical, for example, I'm probably not really going to care because, like unless it's integral to the story, like you have to have a certain blade, something like that. Um, yeah, I'm not too concerned with it. I'm more concerned with the lore side of it.
Okay, just because the thing has damage resistance to piercing, and I'm pretty sure that's almost all of us.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, we're sending you in first.
Yeah, in all honesty, I feel like I'm pretty loose with a lot of that. Um, like if there's stuff that you want to add, like for example, wanting to do the potion of resistance. Um, Originally I was thinking that it would be like 100%, and then that I wouldn't have been okay with because like that completely like makes it like a teddy bear smacking you. But there's still a chance that you can take like 20 damage, but it only is 10. Stuff that still makes it fun, but not like a steamroll on either side. I think is more so what I'm concerned with. Plus, it's hard for me right now to figure out what the correct like CR is for y'all's levels, and then also balancing out the characters or the NPCs that y'all are gonna be fighting.
Mm-hmm.
That's why in game, like Taylor, you just person saying that I make potions. Leave it decide, but like Nova's gonna make.
Yeah. So again, going back to like I'm pretty loose with a lot of like changing around stuff. If it makes you guys have more fun, I'm here for it. Now, if it's something that ends up happening in the like again, if it's like a puzzle and then like you do it and you're like, okay, like you just completely subverted around what the challenge was to it. That's where like I'll have the issue with it. But if it's something that will make it more fun to be in combat, if you're able to use different potions or changing out spells, like I don't care about spell slots. Like I'm sure it makes mages and stuff like that more busted, but as long as it's not like being abused and like, you know, not fun, um, that's more so what I'm, I guess, more so gonna moderate than, um, yeah, because it obviously the more potions or the more formulas you get to try out is the more that you get to explore the character. So, um, I don't know. I don't think it would be fun to be super what's the word? Yeah, be like super stuck in like one spot, but at the same time, if it's like right before the battle and you just found out that we're versed something that this potion would have been perfect for, maybe not, but something that like you do at the very beginning, I'm fine with that. But
I'm trying to make it flow with the
yeah,
like
yeah,
pricing. Lets me know that I'm like, oh, whatever. Because what I see what Artificer, Alchemist, mainly Artificer, I help bring up your weakness, anything your. So I don't know what those are, or what you need help. I can't. That whole side of my class is no void. If I do
yeah.
stuff for myself, which is I'm a healer, I don't do too much. So easily, I crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Still take ammo. That's one.
Yep.
The bonus action, a action.
Yeah, like shit like that, I feel like would be really dumb to have to do. Like maybe if we were like counting, you know, how much rest we were getting and how many steps we were taking and how much weight we had on us and stuff like that, I would probably care more. But I don't. One, that's a lot of information that you have to deal with for killing a baddie. You know. I
Yeah.
just feel like it sludges down the process. Yeah, especially for my first campaign, I'm really not too worried about the details. I like I like the story more so than the details that go behind it, which
Yeah.
I'm sure in due time that would be fun to explore into, but
Like what Taylor's playing and stuff. That's fine. Work out. You got to. Well,
It basically has none. It just freeze damage, and it rolls a 2d8 plus 4.
so again with the numbers, I'm pretty sure like for every monster you guys have fought, I've nerfed a lot of the numbers on him.
Yeah, because this thing has 22 strength, so I'm pretty sure that could insta-kill us.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could probably
Like my
kill just about any of us in one hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I nerfed the maybe I don't remember if I nerfed him or not, but I do remember pushing you guys away from fighting him because I knew it would have been a rough fight.
joke. Also, that's just the base form of all that. With humans was what that does.
Yeah.
And remember, there's multiple ways to go at it. You know, you're looking at it from one angle, and that is to kill it. So
They say that
Yep.
fight them.
we'll
Yeah.
fuck up some water.
So
Then
usually,
maybe you and I, Caleb, can talk at some point about my character, just because he's kind of like heavy combat based.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna be like, you know, not much of a combat in the campaign, I want to maybe figure out a way to at least change my formulas around so I can adapt to what we're doing. Because a lot of the things I can't really use.
Yeah, but I feel like that doesn't keep you from role playing though,
Well,
because like a lot of the stuff, sure, but I don't know. I don't feel like a lot of the stuff that we do is centered around like classes and what you can and can't do.
No, it's more of like charisma checks and perception checks, and you know those kinds of things that you ask throughout the thing. Because right now I have things like this. Dexterity is fine, almost fine, but
not too soon. Taylor's his combat for all his ability checks and stuff. That
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, can like action oriented go into, but I think him formulas pushing that helps him out for those other things. Right now, we're doing investigate, espionage,
Mm-hmm.
him kicking down doors. Because we really needed a constant.
Yeah.
yeah, so it'd be more just like breaking out my class to where I don't have these static 4 until like level 17 or whatever it is when I get to learn a new one. It would just be I don't know, maybe we talk about what we're gonna do, and I can kind of formulate my stuff for that day to be kind of geared for that. So I can only use one, of course, of my choosing, but maybe more of like I don't know, give me more options to do.
Yeah, what you're looking for is more utility, is what
Yep.
you call it.
Yeah,
Just
because
utility is just
all my
stuff
other
that you
ability
can use
sucks.
during the day. That's just like cantrips and stuff like that. Like how I have alarm. That's something that I can use in roleplay, but it doesn't have to be like in combat. So like setting an alarm on the door so then it can cue something else. So just kind of just utility stuff is more or less what you're looking for, rather than combat centered spells or feats.
Right, and I don't get those cantrips. So,
Yeah.
Are your formulas like your spells?
loosely. Sure.
Yeah, that's like his whole class. Basically, like his whole class abilities. Yeah, that's the mutant blood hunter, right? Pretty sure
Yeah,
that's what
so
it
it's
is.
just scroll all the way down to the orders, and you go past that. I'm glad I did not go with the lichen. That was a good choice for this.
Oh, dude, I love
Um,
it. It's so cool. it's so cool.
Yeah, if we did like a heavy combat
Yeah.
probably do that just because you can accidentally turn on your comrades, which seems kind of fun. But
Yep.
yeah, once you get down to Order the Mutant, the Mutagen craft, that's where it kind of explains the formula stuff. So I don't even get another one until like level 5. Or sorry, level 7.
Are you a human? Right?
Elf.
You're an elf? Oh, okay.
E.
Yeah, you could like do stuff like this mutagen when you drink it, maybe for the next certain hours or all day, you get like bonus or advantage on perception checks and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
just
it's
some
mostly just like everything in here is static. You don't get to have it. You have to choose your 4, and that's it until like a certain level. But if I have the ability to change these every time, I can at least, adapt to kind of what we're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm. Don't some of them have like cons to them as well? Like you get this bonus, but
Yeah,
this
they all
part
come with disadvantages.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, also, one thing to keep in mind too is that you also have Novus's. I don't remember which ability it is, but that usually buffs most of his rolls. So
Guidance.
I feel like communicating that as well,
Yeah.
whenever you're wanting to do a specific role that you know may not do well, could also help,
That's all we
even without the.
now. I got it. I didn't know he had disadvantages to certain things.
Yeah.
Formless. Like, oh, now I know.
Yeah, because I've also never heard of the Blood Hunter.
I think
so,
it's
Yeah. It's like the most of non-official homebrew.
yeah.
I
It's
think.
like if there was
Yeah.
in general standard, that then you'd be like my class is like artificer, which isn't official, but semi-official. It has still
Yeah.
it still has base spells and stuff like that. Then you have something that's like the Blood Hunter.
Yep.
Out there.
But everyone it's because of Critical Role. It became like really popular. And so
yeah.
a bunch of people just started playing it all the time in their D&D games, so it became basically official, but technically not. But it's just so popular.
So, for example, like if you were to do the one that gives you advantage on intelligence but disadvantage on wisdom checks, if you consume that formula, you would have that for the entire session,
Yeah.
the
Or I can
advantage
cl-
and the
or I can cleanse
disadvantage.
it. I have the ability to cleanse it. I just can't take more than one. I can only make one
So
as of right
you
now.
you would only be able to take that one, and then if you cleansed it, you wouldn't have that advantage. Correct.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Okay. Okay.
So until I can make 2, I can only deal with the 1, which is at level 7. Is I think you get 2 or something. Yeah.
Yeah. At the beginning of each session, if you want to pick of the 4 that you want to have for that time or for that session, that's fine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure gonna treat it like spells. Like you're able to change out your spells each session. Like I'm sure you're like able to do after a long rest and other like technical shit like that. But I feel like our sessions are very like linear in that we have a session and then we have the ability to change it over, and then we have a session. Like we don't have like long rest in between sessions, for example, or I don't know whatever else they might do, but um
We usually goes.
At the
yeah,
end of the
but
session, yeah.
yeah, at the end of the session.
Have change it. Say, I helped you. I helped you change. Basically, a post.
Yeah. Well,
Already concentration.
I don't. Not yet, anyway.
I need to look at my armor class. I think it might be maybe effed up.
What's your dex modifier?
Right now it's 4.
So with studded leather, that should be 16 with a base of 12. And since it's light armor, you get your dex mod.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Right now it's at 14, and it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Your dex?
Yeah.
Let me just make this manual then. In the
Were we
sheets.
calling
I
it?
thought
right?
I thought Chryson's was 15.
Mine is.
Partisanship.
It should be at 12 plus my dex. Isn't that what you just said?
Yeah, because my armor class is 15, because I have my dex mod of 3, plus my studded leather as well, because I have the same armor.
Yeah, and my sheet I have it at 16.
Yeah, it's 16
For,
now. I
for
just
yours.
changed the formula. So I don't know what was up with the sheet. My sheet.
Yeah, your sheet was showing 15 because I was looking at it earlier today.
Do you have a shield? Or anything like that, or...
No, I should have. I thought about that. I should go get one. Maybe I can do that before we go fight.
Your dex
were-
shot back down to 18.
Yeah, because when I use I have to manually change it to 21 when I take that formula.
Okay.
So then my dex or my armor class technically goes up now that it's calculating correctly. So I was just checking to make sure it isn't going over 20 doesn't break it.
We were calling it here, right? Or
We're what?
We were like calling it. We were in the session here, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because I gotta I gotta get some food and go to bed. So
Okay, doke. Have a good night, bud.
thank you. Good night. That was fun. Good night.
Bye. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I think I'm good for now. I'll have to just figure out how to change up the formulas easy. Maybe I'll just. Oof. I could put them all in here, I guess. And just choose which ones I want to use. Just so I know. Because otherwise, it can be a pain in the ass trying to reference Google.
Weapon stronger armor.
Hey, I'll take that. Actually, does that count as magic? Yeah. Okay, because then I think that won't stack with my other thing technically. I mean, I can add it like that if Caleb's good with it.
What is it for?
But yeah, just keep in mind I already have my lightning stuff too for my blood thing, so I don't want to.
I could do. I could.
OP, but
This.
I'd probably do that instead. That seems a lot less broken.
Keep him up. things to 2 because busted. Look.
I would probably do that then. And I can add that on next time, just so I remember to take it off. Yeah, I think I am too. I'll have to just buy a shield next time we play.
Okay, doke. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Peace out.